Earth spinning round again. Blood pumping round again. You said your name was Billy Joel, but you didn't know how to play the piano. Your feet soft on the beaten road, but you kept on driving to the so-called unknown.
Hello, welcome to the Better Man Show. And who would imagine that live streaming could be great exercise? I'm trying to catch my breath. Something I picked up from one of the live streamers that I admire a lot called Luria Petrucci. She's actually used to be known as Kelly Lewis. Some of you, if you have watched some of the earlier tech review type of show, she was known as Kelly Lewis back then, right? I actually kind of liked her back then already, but lately she is her real name is Luria Petrucci, so she does this 10 minutes opening where she dances away. I've not gone on to 10 minutes yet. So welcome to the Better Man Show, a show where I document my journey on becoming a better person. And some of you might be wondering who I am. My name is BK. All my friends call me BK. If we are not friends, don't be a stranger wherever I'm popping up on your radar, because I am actually testing several things on this show. I test things in life, business, as well as technology. And hopefully I make the mistake so you do not have to. And if I'm popping up on some other parts of the world for you, don't be shy. Hit me up don't be a stranger. Hit me up as a friend. Leave a comment so that we know where you're coming from. I would like to know where you're coming from, actually. And if you're wondering what this whole show is about, it's because day number 74. This is This started 74 days ago as part of a 100-day live stream challenge back in 2020, and we are now in 2021. Right, so Happy New Year, those of you who are, you should still be in the new year, I think, right? Happy New Year, yay! So today's show is going to be Moore's Law for 2021. Now, this is not the same Moore that you probably have heard of. This is just my version of Moore's Law, which I'll explain in a bit. I kind of wanted to, I guess it's natural, right? Every time we start a new year, there are certain things that we would set out to want to do. So just certain things, certain thoughts for myself for this year, things that I would like to accomplish, things I would like to focus more on, right? The actual Moore's Law is spelled with two O's, Moore, Moore's Law, which basically states that roughly every 6 months, computer chips would double, right? So processing power basically doubles every 6 months or so, which has actually kind of been quite correct so far, I think, right? But today is not that more. Today is my more. What are my laws, my more laws for 2021? So let's get going. First one of BK's Moore's Law. This year, I want to create more than I consume. Right? This year, I want to create more than I consume. There's a strange artifact that's going around. I'm not sure why. Sorry, not doing this for fun, but just now when I do this, there seems to be a glitch in the video. I'll have to watch this back. So to create more than I consume, right? So this is something that I picked up from a conference that I attended 2 weeks back, I guess, which kind of encouraged us to create more than we are consuming. Let me double check something as well. Okay, yeah, so I'm good. Create more than we are consuming. So this year, one of the focus would be to create more content than I'm consuming, to create more live stream, for example, is a form of creating content. So this is one of the things that I want to do more for 2021. So to create more than I consume, right? So that's BK's More Law number 1. What's number 2? Number 2 is this year I would like to connect more. Connect more with people, with friends, with family, with loved ones, with everyone. It might come as a surprise to you, especially for friends who know me. I actually find that when you were back in school or back in college or back in high school, it's not so common in Asian schools, although we do have a little bit of that. But the interesting thing is, like, some of the American colleges, they have things like they vote for who voted most likely to achieve this in life, most likely to do this in life, right? So if there was a category to say, most likely to survive alone in a zombie apocalypse, I think I probably can stand a chance for that kind of award, because I am actually very comfortable in my own skin. I'm actually very comfortable on my own. I can entertain myself. I can get through a day with myself. But for 2021, I want to kind of change that. Although I am, of course, happy when I'm with friends and with people, and then I'm engaging with people, I'm talking to people. But this is one aspect of my personality that I would like to change for 2021. So I would like to connect more with people and connect in a more deep and more personal and more meaningful fashion, right? Less of this side of me where if given a choice, I can be on my own. I can survive the zombie apocalypse on my own. Those zombie apocalypse shows where the protagonist is always usually alone. Of course, then the story goes that they pick up friends and comrades along the way, right? So that is what I want to do for 2021. So that's the second more that I want to do. The third Moore's Law for me for 2021 is to do more than I learn. In fact, this has been something that has been probably a focus area that has always been around. Now, I'm sharing some of these things because this is part of my journey, and hopefully, maybe some of the things might apply to you, and you can apply that for yourself as well. And if you do pick up some useful things, and or if you have, if what I'm sharing, sparks certain ideas for you, please feel free to share them with me, right? Because the other day a friend was just telling me that he picked up a few interesting quotes from me, so I'm happy to pick them up. I mean, to hear your feedback as well. Of course, I'm still looking for all the animal theme stories. If you know, a few episodes ago I talked about that. Yes, this is happening, right? Can you all see that? There's a refresh problem. I need to examine what's going on here. There is a refresh problem. Okay. This is new. It wasn't happening yesterday. This is something new. See, something happens on a live stream, right? So, so I would like to do more than I learn. I think even from my college days, I had a Bible school teacher who actually said this to me before. He actually kind of gave me a kind of a advice or warning, if you say. He said, you have a huge propensity to learn, but you need to also watch that you do not just learn, but you also need to do. So this is, of course, an area of focus that I would like to focus on for 2021. So to do more than I learn, because it's very easy to learn, right? Especially when you like to learn, But this year would be doing more based on what I learned to do more based on what I have learned, right? So this is the third more law for myself. And number 4 of BK Moore's law this year for 2021 is to live more and to experience more. To live more and to experience more. I've always enjoyed photography ever since I was 13 or 14. I remember my very first camera was a Minolta X300. It was a Minolta X300 camera that was not digital then. And I saved up for half a year before I could buy that camera. I remember going after school to the camera shop, which was at Wisma Atria at that time. And I think after a while, the shopkeeper knew me very well because I went in there asking him for like details, take a look at the camera, touch it, play around with it. Obviously, he gave me the brochures and I brought the brochures back, right? So that was always my first love, right? And of course, during that time, it was always film, and then it moved to black and white. And then I started doing some dark room processing on my own, right? So that's always been one of my first love. So for 2021, I would like to kind of get back with that a little bit, to experience life through the lens again, right? To go places as much as we can, right? I know it's a bit challenging now, but even within the place that we are in, there's actually still a lot to see and a lot to explore and a lot to experience. So that is another thing I want to do in 2021. Next law, number 5, is be thankful more. In fact, yesterday I spent most part of yesterday writing down the things that I'm thankful for 2020. It has been a challenging year, but if you read or watch some of this, personal development content, gratitude is obviously always a huge factor, right? So I spent a part of my day yesterday looking back at 2020, writing down. And that is also another thing I've started doing more, to write down on paper. Of course, it's not paper, it's digital paper, but it's still with an Apple Pencil. So it feels like paper, but it can be digitized and stored in a cloud, right? So being thankful for the things that is in our lives, right? Because I think being thankful opens up doors for you, right? Opens up the universe towards more abundance for you. So this is something that I would like to do more in 2021 as well. So being more thankful, writing down the things I'm thankful for, and of course I saw one of my friends post today on Facebook, which he said, be thankful that we survived 2020. Yeah, it's true, right? For some people, it was a very tough year. For those of us who didn't have it as tough, of course, let's be thankful for it. And let's all hope for a better 2021, right? So that's the fifth law for myself. Yeah, there's this strange thing that's going on today. Didn't used to happen yesterday. There's a refresh line, right? I will have to watch the replay after this. And last but not least, I kind of need to relax more. This is something that I've learned this year, something that I've started to adjust in my. So it's not so much as relax, but learning to be more flexible. It used to be very straight and very. It's like if I don't like something, means I don't like something. But this year, especially, I started to realize that I need to be more flexible with things like that. So even like now, you see, this lying thing is kind of making me feel something's not right. So, but I've learned over 2020 to go easy on myself, and at the same time to go easy on others as well. When things don't go the way that I want it to go, for example, right? They say that leaders are all control freaks, which is kind of true, right? But one major lesson for 2020 for myself was respecting and understanding the agency of choice of other people, which is what I have started to appreciate a lot more, right? In fact, one good comment from a friend lately, I think in the past couple of months, I think quite recently, a friend actually commented and said, "Hey, you have changed. You're more patient and you're more kind and more gentle these days." So I'm thankful for that, right? So it means that some of the efforts have paid off, right? So in essence, for 2021, this is another thing that I would like to do more, which is to go easy on myself, to go easy on circumstances, people, and so on, right? That is what I mean by relax, and not so much as the chilling part of kind of relax. So this is what I want to do. So these are the 5 things I would like to do more in 2021. So what are the things that you're going to do more in 2021? Feel free to comment and let me know, right? I know right after this, I'm going to check out what's wrong with this. Yeah, do you notice there's a line? Do you notice there's a line? There's something that's going on. I think it's a refresh rate. Could be the monitor because I did some changes today. Today has also been an interesting day. This is also in line with my very last rule or my very last law. I used to like to troubleshoot things very much on my own, and but lately I realized that I can actually transfer a lot of my energy to the proper support mechanisms. So, for example, these 2 days I've actually been having some difficulty with the audio software because this is also upgrading season. A lot of us have moved from the old Mac OS, which was Catalina, and upgraded to something called Big Sur, Big Sur. And also because of change from Intel Macs to the ARM chips, which is the silicon chips, right? So some of this, I would say 80 to 90% of the transition has been pretty smooth, but there will always be some minor bugs and so on for some of the software. Now, of course, Apple as a company, they would be able to make sure that things are smooth for their own devices and software and things that are native to them, right? So those are fine. But the thing is that when you use a Mac, like I have a lot of third-party applications that I use on a daily basis that I need to make sure they work well. So I've actually delayed upgrading to Big Sur for a while, right? And lately I just upgraded it, and it is working mostly all right, 80%. But one of the things I've learned is that the things that are not working, I actually wrote an email to support, and they're helping me for that particular issue. right? So that's what I've been doing, and I like the fact that I'm doing that. I didn't used to do that last time. Juliana says can't see any line on my side. It's actually not a line. It's actually like a, if you see my hand move, there's actually like a, it's not a physical line, but there's a little it's like a fractured mirror look. There's a little bit of a fractured mirror look. It's okay, no worry. I'll check it out myself. Yeah. So those are the things I want to do more in 2021, right? So Happy New Year. Today's the first day of the new year. Just now the opening song was called Who Is Your Heart Beating For? I kind of like the song. Obviously the heart should be beating for you, right? Okay, yeah. So she sees it now. Yeah. Yep. So now you see it. So it is happening. So I'm guessing it is a refresh. It is a refresh rate problem because I actually just tuned up my monitor's refresh rate. So it's kind of probably not keeping in sync. There's this funny thing that happened in the uni last time. So when you don't notice something, you don't notice it. But once you notice it, you cannot not notice it anymore. So anyway, Happy New Year. 2021 is a year that I would like to do more, but at the same time learn to do less. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but to do more by doing less, by being more focused and being more attentive and doing the things that I should really be doing. That is my goal for 2021. So let me know your goals in the comments. Happy New Year. And I'm going to take you out with a quick New Year song. Today's the last time I'm playing it. Tomorrow we will switch up to other songs, right?
I feel it getting close, I feel the joy in the air. Everybody's going home to the people they care for the most. And I'm on my way, 'cause you're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday. Turning down our road, I'm like a kid again. I can't wait to see all of my family and all of my friends. And I'm on my way, 'cause you're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday.